Today we're going to talk about Damien Williams, Patrick Mahomes, and Sooners versus Cowboys, and who does what, and why are we having an argument about claiming Damien Williams or not claiming Tyreek Hill, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, I want to have a discussion about Damien Williams and Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and winning, well, the Super Bowl, right? Which is the goal in this thing. Like, I love college football, and I think one of the pinnacles of the sport is winning a national championship. But does it make you a great or, even worthwhile player? No, it's entirely talent and luck to a degree, right? And in knowing that it's talent and luck to a degree, you're able to say, hey, there are outstanding players that played this game that never had an opportunity to win a national championship. And yet, there are folks that are going to have national championship rings that you're never going to hear from ever again. And the same can be said of the Super Bowl, right? Like, I get a lot of pleasure out of knowing that Jinx's own Darwin Thompson has a Super Bowl ring now and plays significant snaps in the Super Bowl. And was out there when LaShawn McCoy was not, while he's in a Kobe jersey. I get a lot out of knowing that a kid from Washington, Oklahoma, named James Winchester, can walk on as an outstanding athlete out of Washington, Oklahoma, at Oklahoma, and make his way as, a tight end long snapper, and get into the league as a long snapper, and has been there for the last 5 years with the Kansas City Chiefs, long snapping. I get a lot out of that. I also get a lot out of Damien Williams. Like, years ago, like 2012 actually, I was tasked with writing a freelance feature for USA Today. And in writing this freelance feature for USA Today, I got some time to spend alone with Damien Williams, right? Because he was the subject. At the time, he was still coming on. I got to redo this time. He was still coming on as the guy that would, set the record for the longest touchdown run in Red River rivalry history at, 95 yards. Outstanding run. You should go check it out on YouTube if you haven't already. It's floating around social media. But just before the Kansas State game, I believe it was, he was kicked off the team in 2013, right? And came to find out later it's about failed drug test. And you know that Lincoln Riley just had to suspend 3 significant contributors on the 2019 team for failing a drug test. So, knowing that he didn't finish the season, but was invited back for his pro day, and he said on the record, look, everything's fine. I understand there are rules to follow. I didn't follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, you can't play. Okay? Then all of a sudden, he goes to the league, plays for the Miami Dolphins as an undrafted running back, and makes his way in it. That's a lot better. And in knowing that he made it a lot better and made his way by just kind of keeping his relationship with the university, you can understand how the university would get somebody out of claiming not just Blake Bell or James Winchester, but him on its social media platforms and claiming, 3 Sooners won a Super Bowl or won Super Bowl 54, along with Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, who is not claimed by Oklahoma State and hasn't been claimed since he was kicked off the team following an assault and battery charge against his pregnant girlfriend at the time. They have a 3-year-old son. But I think that all misses the point, I guess is what I'm saying. I think people make mistakes all the time, and I'm as hard on them as anybody. Like, I still haven't really forgiven Tyreek Hill for what he did, even going back to some of the stuff that he said on tape that his, girlfriend at the time, wife at the time, forget which, claimed that he was trying to hurt their little boy. And we all have some feeling about that and have a way of how we're dealing with that. But this conversation around whether or not Damien Williams should be the Super Bowl MVP after scoring 2 touchdowns, rushing for 104 yards on 17 carries, while Pat Mahomes, was the quarterback and willed them back from down 20 to 10, scored 3 touchdowns in 6 minutes, and, one was icing for Williams. But I think it all misses the point. I think the point is, isn't it outstanding that those guys were able to play in the Super Bowl in Miami? And isn't it outstanding that they're able to claim that they are Super Bowl champions? They are world champions. And for some people, this is the beginning of a dynasty. We'll see. It's 1 Super Bowl. It's 1 win. And there's so many other storylines to go about here. But for us to be bickering about this, at least on Twitter, probably didn't make it to your house, but I think it's stupid. I just don't care. I don't think that Damien Williams or Pat Mahomes cares who the Super Bowl MVP is. Because it's about rings, baby. It's about, did you win it? Can you win it? What else have you done in this sport? What other opportunities are you going to have to do what they did in this sport? All these things are interesting, and all these things are worth talking about, but sometimes I think we get caught up in the minutia of being able to claim or not claim particular players. Thing I do want to point out is, Damien Williams is a junior college product. He came out of Arizona Western back when they were really good. Tell you how much they care about their junior college football program. Or I shouldn't say care about it, because extenuating circumstance. They had to fold it in 2018. So think about that. Think about whether or not they would have ever been a Damien Williams type of guy if he didn't come along just at the right time. And that feature's still online, by the way. You can find it. OU Media at the time was kind of pissed that I got to walk him back to the back of the Red Room to get a one-on-one, which never happens. But, at this SID, Mike Howell's like, he's with USA Today. What do you want me to tell you? Because national brands get treated a little bit differently than local brands, which is its own topic altogether. But I did want to say that. So, thanks. Don't worry about the tie. Deuces.